Hello, nice to meet you here. We are now discussing about how to prepare science for UPSC Civil Services examination. See, when we are preparing for science, we have to keep in mind two things. First thing, science as a subject, and second thing, that is the name of researcher who got prize and all that data. Now, no doubt, this is not having any connection with science as directly, but still, this is considered as part of science only, and so we have to keep in mind that we have to answer these all. For example, who got first Nobel Prize in Science from Indian side? Now, this question is not only historical, but it is also we have to consider with reference to science. Now, name of Indian scientist, particularly, that is also question of science. The achievement carried by Indian scientists in modern period, like that we have to keep in mind. So, I should go first by second time. Obviously, this is nothing but data collection, but this data collection is also essential over here. And so my suggestion is that first try to get data. We are separating out various facts. Now we are focusing first on Nobel Prizes. Particularly, we have to make data about Nobel Prizes in field of science. Important thing, certain scientists got this Nobel Prize twice, or even sometime for same discovery, the Nobel Prize is shared out. And all these we have to keep in mind that we have to make in tabular format. So as usual, we are trying to make data in form of table. So here I should say we can make table like this. First obvious thing year. Then second thing, discovery or research work. Third thing, that is name of scientist. And fourth thing, if you want, if any share of that scientist was there. So like that, we can prepare first tabular format data. Obviously, you have to check it from various sites, website. You can check out and make data your clearly that year, then name of scientist, discovery or research, whatever he carried out, the name of scientist, and at that time, suppose is there any share? Share means what? Sometime the same field, say for example, prize of chemistry, science, but that is divided and shared out. Now, certain scientists you have to keep in mind, they got twice Nobel Prize in their life. If you are talking of Indian side, then who is first Indian scientist who got Nobel Prize? So like that, we have to make data. Your tabular data is important. You have to produce it. And we can keep in mind at time of exam, because these type of questions, they are supposed to ask. This is not only important from UPSC Civil Services examination, but other various competitive examinations we are going, there you have to keep in mind this type of questions. Now, second part, that after making it tabular format, the first scientist data, you can go by second format, that is apart from Nobel Prize, whatever the discoveries and eminent scientists. So for example, you are aware that tungsten lamp discovery credit goes to Thomas Edison. So like that, you have to check out the discovery and who is having that real credit. Now some confusing questions are there. Suppose in case of chemistry, we are saying Van 't Boyle's law, Van 't Charles law, like that. So Van 't was taking advantage, as he was actually the researcher But he was that Charles and Boyles, they were disciples of him, and so he put his name everywhere. So like that, we have to check out that who is real researcher and who is carrying out this research and taken credit. So for example, in case of radio waves, we can use them as a remote control. This discovery was carried out by Jagdish Chandra Bose, Indian scientist. But after 3 days of this research work, the same research work was published by Marconi, an Italian scientist here, and he got credit of that and not Jagdish Chandra Bose. So like that incidents are there, that also keep in mind that original discovery in India, now you are aware about aeroplane also, a sort of aeroplane, not like modern aeroplane, but sort of aeroplane was first developed in India. I'm not telling of aeroplane of Ravan, but in historical modern period, the first try of this type of aeroplane was carried out in India by Mr. Kalpade. But later on, the credit goes to Wright brothers. But their aeroplane was different, and here whatever we made aeroplane, that is different. But you can keep in mind this type of record. The Indian scientists particularly, their research work and whatever the modern day the research work is going on, the researcher of that. So you have to make table, that first column, the discovery, second, year of discovery, third, credit goes to, and fourth, anybody is having competition with that credit. Say for example, if I am talking of proton, then proton was proposed by Sir J.J. Thomson only. That means positive charge is present. But proton was actually discovered by mistake. That is called as by Goldstein. In wrong experiment we are calling today, but at that time it was right. That is anode ray experiment, where he was able to prove presence of positive charge. Same way Rutherford, Sir Ernest Rutherford, was proposed out a particle in nucleus, that is neutron. But evidence he was not having, and so that was effectively proved by Chadwick in 1932. So that column also, that means supposed to be proposed by somebody and discovered by somebody else. Even discovery of Neptune as a planet, that is also having same type of history. We have to find out that proposer is somebody else and discoverer is somebody different. So like that, we have to make column about these discoveries. So this is the first part of science you have to make according to myself, that made in tabular format. That is really important. This is no doubt I will tell just within 10 minutes, but practically speaking, you have to study out at a vast, and then you have to make it data. But this data, once you made, that is permanent data for you, and that's why keep in mind that prepare this data. Your own note making is really important. Now we are focusing on second topic, that is actually first, that is how to study out science. Study of science is really different from study of history. In case of history, various we are going as descriptive format, whereas here we are not going in descriptive format, but majority things we have to understand the concept. We have to stretch out our imagination, and that is a really difficult task. It is not that difficult if you are studying out in a proper way. You have to think of, say for example, physics. Many people are saying it is a boring subject. It is really interesting if you are observing from space science. Let us check out first. Try to observe our lectures on this YouTube channel. You can search out very easily. Just keep in mind our keyword UPSC-Guru. On this keyword, just type down search in YouTube search box, type down UPSC-Guru. You will reach to our channel. various lectures are available over there. Try to learn from that lectures. The concept. No doubt, 100% is not given at free of cost. But you can study out whatever is available at free. And if you like, you can simply purchase it out. It is there, site is also mentioned over there. The understanding is important. After understanding, we can discuss various parts. Now, you can go through certain books also. In order to study out this, first I should prefer that NCERT books from 8th standard to 12th standard NCERT book. But don't try to read 12th standard book first. If you are not a science student, try to read 8th standard book first, then 9th standard, then 10th standard. Gradually read on the concept. So why I am saying NCERT books? Because certain topics are doubtful. For example, ball and socket joints in human body. Biology question is there. Ball and socket joints in human body. According to some scholars, there are only 4 ball and socket joints in our body. These two, that is pectoral girdles joint, and as well as hip joint, that is pelvic girdle joint. These 4 joints are ball and socket joint. But in NCERT books, or even according to central government, they are saying that this joint, that is mandible and maxilla joint, that is also ball and socket joint. So here one and here one. So net 2 joints are there. So add up these 2 joints, you will get answer as 6. So in this type or certain figures, we are having that NCERT books we are considering as standard. And that's the thing I am telling you, that first go through these NCERT books, observe our video lectures on this site, and then you can check out our discussion. You can ask question. Obviously, you have debatable topics also. So many students, they are saying we are not having superstitious belief. I don't want to take you to superstitious belief, but with proper knowledge of universe, you will realize that today scientists are saying we are having only 4% knowledge about this universe. That means we are having 4% knowledge about this, particularly what are the energies are there and what is the matter is there. 96% matter is most probably dark matter and dark energy. What is dark energy? The energies which we are not able to explain yet. Now, all these things, if you are considering, then how you can predict there is a ghost or there is not a ghost? Alright. So, when we are talking of these things, science we have to study as a whole. You should not consider that science just mucking up. By getting proper knowledge, we can able to answer certain questions, which your application mind is playing important role. Say for example, in UPSC previous some years question paper, a question was asked. I think in 2014 question paper, 13 or 14 question paper. This question was asked. Question is like that. Which of the following elements are used in domestic water purifier? We are having some set of 7 elements. In these 7 elements, one element was plutonium. Now, what is our science study? That when we are talking of plutonium, you are aware is synthetic material. It is produced in nuclear reactor and it is used as a fuel, or it is used as a fissile material. Fissile material means which undergoes fission reaction. As a fissile material in nuclear bomb. Alright. Now, there are a list of 7 elements. There is a list of 7 elements. Out of that, only one element is radioactive and synthetic, that is plutonium. All other elements are not radioactive. and they are giving you 4 sets. Set A, 4 elements. Set B, 4 elements. Like that. Now till set D, 4 elements are there. All 4 sets are having 4 elements each, combination. Whereas one set that is not having plutonium, remaining all 3 sets are having plutonium. Now question is again, which of the set of elements is used in domestic water purifier? Here domestic word is important. And if you are saying domestic, then how you can use plutonium in domestic plant? It is not supposed to be. So answer is very clear that the question which is not having, option which is not having plutonium, that we can consider as domestic water purifier set. And that's why we can go by that answer which is not consisting of plutonium. So here we are using elimination method, that plutonium is not a material which can be used at our home. Otherwise, I will purchase out 10 or 20 domestic water purifier which is consisting of plutonium and use for destructive purpose also. There are many people in the world, they are having complete destructive mind. And so, plutonium as a synthetic material, it is producing nuclear reactor and it is used for nuclear bomb. We can't give it at home. This is the reason we are having answer as which is not consisting of plutonium. So first part of your study is understanding the subject, and second part, that is using comparative method or suitable method to give answers. Sometimes questions are really tricky one. Just question is there, how many protons are there in carbon 12? Right here, carbon 12. But as I am saying, how many protons are there in carbon 12? Students are more focusing on this. Whereas the answer is here, as carbon 12 or carbon 14, number of protons are just 6. But many times students get confused. They are giving answer as 12. In case of carbon 12, there are 6 protons and 6 neutrons. So, in an order to understand these all concepts, you have to observe our video lectures first. These video lectures are making you these concepts very clear. What is atomic number, what is atomic mass number, like that. But only on studying of these all. Now here, while studying, keep in mind certain figures you can keep in mind. For example, Avogadro number, you have to keep in mind. Even universal gravitational constant. Keep the value in your mind. Why? Because that values will give you idea of constants, then units, and comparative values. It is not asking, we are not going to ask in exam, but in order to understand the concept better, you have to have these numbers. Whatever geometry we are learning of, try to keep in mind that geometry, at least basics of this geometry. This all will help you to get science better. Now here, I am giving you certain tasks because we want to discuss after your preparation. I hope that you are aware. Last Wednesday, we are not able to get this session. So next time, I want some preparation from your side, and then you can continue with our discussion here, that you will get understand more easily. So till next Wednesday, 11 o'clock, our lecture is there. Till next Wednesday, you can prepare first list of Nobel Prizes winner, then discovery and researcher, that data, you can go by that data till next Wednesday. And you have to observe science lectures on our UPSC-Guru. So our channel is there. On this channel, just logging into YouTube, and we are getting our channel by searching of UPSC-Guru. Various science lectures are there. Not all, but various science lectures are there. So try to observe these science lectures. And then we can discuss in next time. So there are some 20-25 lectures based on science. So observe that particularly certain lectures are there that how much weight you can lift by your body. That lecture is inclusive of various things, science principle. So like that, observe these all video lectures and attend. We are discussing certain parts of science in next Wednesday session. At that time, I am expecting that you should also ask certain questions or certain doubts. We are going to solve at our level best at that time. Thanks a lot for attending this session.